Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to Jalen's YouTube channel. It's been a while. I just moved to this new condo, and today I'm gonna talk about what's hot, what's trending in Japan at workspace. Let's get started. Okay, cool. So, what's trending in Japan at workspace? I think the keyword is two things. The first is the powerful individuals, and the second is decentralizations. What I'm trying to mean by these are first, as you know, there are huge downtrend of the traditional companies, traditional Japanese companies, right? Maybe you have heard of the name called like Toyota, Honda, Sony, Panasonic, but most of them, even though Toyota is still growing, they don't have the momentum as much as they used to have about like 20 years ago. And Japan also still struggling to build like the new ecosystem, build the ecosystem to grow the next generation of the global companies. So after like the Toyota, Sony, we don't have any like global company yet. Even though we have very few unicorn companies, some of them they just went public, but they are mainly they only have businesses in Japan specifically. So comparing with like other companies such as Facebook, Google, Twitter, maybe the Twitter is not doing so well comparing with GAFA companies, but we are hugely behind from some of the top new companies, which is now building the new economies around the globe. And in Japan, given these facts that the traditional companies not doing well, and then the startups are not also not doing well, we are hugely behind. Many individuals working for companies also studies their like side job at their spare time by using their spare time, which is called fukugyo in Japanese. Fukugyo is like something like fuku is like side, and then gyo is the work, side work. Some people build their blog page, or sometimes they become YouTuber without showing their face because as they're working for companies, they don't want to show their face. And some of them like start learning about the programming, even though they are not a programmer originally, but they are trying to adapt new skills and get the work from other companies and then build like web page, etc. And then also some, especially younger generation, more and more people are choosing like becoming the freelancer, right? They are not. It's getting less attractive for them to work for companies. Startups companies are mostly not doing well, and then not providing like very high salary and then very good like employee benefit. And then they also don't want to for like large company which is like shrinking and then sinking, right? And on this like trend, there are some unique like word and then business is happening. Have you ever heard of business called online salon? I think this is a very unique Japanese unique stuff, but online salon is something like a community managed by individuals by subscription base. So the people who want to join this one specific online salon, they pay the cost every month to join the online salon, and then join the community, learn something from them, or like have a very fun times with the community members. And then the individual organizers are becoming more and more like rich, right? This creates like these trends like freelance and some like individual investors maybe, and online salons, like very high talented engineers who do a freelancer work, becoming more like richer than small business owners. So in Japan, like the companies are not doing well, but the people who have like more than $1 million assets, the number of people who have a $1 million assets are growing, right? And some of them are trying to become a CEO by getting funding from VCs, given the slow growth of the startup ecosystem. But in 2018, I think we have about 4 billion venture funding, I think, if I'm not wrong. So it's getting less difficult to get funding from venture capitals. But if you get the funding from Japanese venture capitals, they send like operation guys to your company and then check how you guys operate almost every week, and then ask you to make a report for the venture capitals on how to make your business more profitable, almost like a bi-weekly basis. So I call them as a like salaryman CEO. Salaryman is used to use to describe the corporate workers who get salary from companies and then only working for companies. But nowadays, there's even CEOs who started their own companies but getting funding from VCs. It's almost same. They're almost same working for like Japanese companies as VCs managing CEOs in the Japanese way. So those are the trends, and yeah, there are, I think, some negativity about the work environment in Japan. I think it's kind of true, but Japan is still like third largest third largest market in terms of the gross domestic productions. But yeah, some people are optimistic and some people are not. That's the kind of like the condition in Japan. And then let me talk a little bit about decentralization. In Japan, people used to try to live and then work in Tokyo, or maybe a second largest city, which is called Osaka. Those are the main cities, and younger people wanted to move to Tokyo when they graduate from high school or universities. However, given the high rent in Tokyo, many people, especially like the people who are sensitive about the trends, are moving out from Tokyo and then live in a very rural area, where you can rent a space, very big rooms by very low cost, very low rent, and then do like freelance work outside of Tokyo. That's kind of like new trends, and I think it totally makes sense because nobody doesn't want to spend 1 hour for just commute from outside Tokyo to Tokyo, right? So yeah, those are the conditions, and I hope today's video was helpful for you. If you like this channel, please like this video, as well as please subscribe this channel. I will upload more useful video in the future. So thank you so much for watching J Learns, and see you again soon. Bye!